Marcus Rashford. He's a bit of a talking point. Ali McCoist was alongside Jeff Stelling on the breakfast show this morning. He doesn't think Marcus Rashford will play for Man United again.
I think when you listen to his comments, the manager's comments, Shaban, which I've got to say, Jeff and I were loving him because he's coming out and saying what he's thinking.
Oh, yeah, you're absolutely refreshing.
However, at the same time, straight away, if I'm looking at Marcus Rashford and I'm listening to the manager and I'm thinking, you know, maybe just see if I can get him on loan rather than buy him. Things like that. I'll have a look at him for a few months. Just things like that, and it definitely knocks the value off the if any transfer fee. I think if you're slating an individual in public, it's a last resort, I think, for a manager.
Yeah, that was Ali McCoy speaking earlier. Paul Scholes has said this as well. I think Marcus has let a lot of people down, really, with his attitude. I think that's what the manager is trying to say. OK, he's not refusing to play, but in the way he's behaving, in the way he's training, in the way he's saying, I don't want to be involved with these, I think the fact of letting your teammates down in that dressing room, you should be banished from the dressing room completely. Strong words. Mm-hmm. Do you agree or disagree?
Well, look, the transfer window's open. There's still days left of the transfer window.
Do you think they've managed it wrong though? Because I remember you saying that they almost mismanaged Marcus Rashford.
I think that the way, I'm not just talking about the club. I think that the fact that the managers have mismanaged. I think Man United have been mismanaged from top to bottom. But in terms of him, the window's open, right? There's still a gap for him to leave the club and go and play football. Everyone has got to move heaven and earth to make sure that happens. It may turn out that Manchester United have to pay 300 of his 300 and what it is £1,000 a week to get him out the door, because they're only going to pay him that anyway to sit in the stand. It's a big problem.
By the way, I would have him at Tottenham.
And there's lots of clubs out there, but the
Daniel Levy should be on the phone to Man United saying, "Look, I'll pay half his wages." And we'll have him to the end of the season.
I think you could probably end up paying much less than half his wages, mate. You end up paying $100,000 a week, maybe, for him. Man United need him out the door. He's a problem, and he's only going to get worse, because then you'll have a situation in your hands where the players are on X amount of money, they're paying millions of pounds for him to sit in the stand. His value is going to go down. I think we just heard Ali might mention that. Yeah. He's only going down in value. Get him out, because he's got a contract till 2028.
Jeez.
Right? There's another 3 years of this.
Yeah.
Paying him millions. Gazillions.
Yeah.
Get him out the club. If the best for him, best for Man United, and whoever takes him, they might get a tune out of him and get his career back on track, and they can benefit from it as well.
All right, Man United fans, I want to hear from you. You can have your say. Would you have him back in the squad? Would you integrate him back in if he bucked his ideas up? And if you're a team out there, say a Spurs fan, Arsenal fan maybe, would you take Marcus Rashford? 03717223344. You're listening to the Sports Bar on talkSPORT with talkSPORT Bet. Download the app today for all the latest odds and offers. 18 plus. BeGambler.org. Spurs fans, would you take him? That's a question I haven't put out there, but I would actually take him. Need a player off the left. Might be an Arsenal fan. Chelsea, would you take him at Chelsea?
Well, we're looking at going actually by all accounts. So we're looking for someone out wide because of the Mudryk situation.
Of course.
Don't know, that B sample hasn't yet come forward negatives or positive, whatever you look at it. So, yeah, they are still looking for a wide man, but can he play in goal?
We don't move, so maybe.
There has to be a solution. There has to be. This is not an impossible situation. Tricky, but not impossible. The player must want to play. He's got to. He doesn't want to be around the ground. The club clearly don't see a future in there as well. They're tied at the waist for the next 3 years. Nothing you can do about it. 3.5-year contract still left, Jay.
Yeah, I know.
3.5 years.
Yeah, I know. I've been there. It's not. I've been in a situation. Obviously, the money's a completely different world to what I was earning. But I remember at Wolves, they wanted to get rid of me. They wanted me out the door, trying to push me out. And I was like, look, you organise something, you get something, I'll go. No problem. I want to go and play football. If you're not going to help organise, get me out, and you're just going to keep saying that I'm this and I'm that in the press, all you're doing is making it worse. And I'm not going to leave. I'm not going to walk away from money because it's a contract that I signed that you wanted to give me.
And nor should he.
So, it is a situation that if people find themselves in as footballers, the club, I don't think are helping him out. I don't think they're helping the situation by coming out saying you want a goalkeeper coach on the bench instead of him.
It's a terrible thing to say.
Because other teams will go, I don't fancy
They
him.
might have to end up paying him millions to go, okay, to get him out of this contract. He's not going to walk away from it. But right now, when the window is open, there is days left, it's tight, but if they can pay the bulk of his wages, there's not a club out there that Marcus Rashford wouldn't choose to go and play. By all accounts, he was going out to AC Milan, right? He was going out there to join. So clearly he has the desire to get away from there. So that clearly he wants to go and move. Find him a club. Come on, there must be somewhere. There must be some takers in England. Surely. Pay £100,000 a week for Marcus Rashford.
Oh, I'd have him. I really would. Let's go to Abdul. He's a Man United fan, right, Abdul?
Abdul.
Chelsea.
Hold on.
Robert Sanchez. Levi Colwell. Cucurella.
Picked up 3 points, did we?
John Terry. Florian Manuda. Diego Costa. Jonathan Mikel. Hey, Yanni Grady boy. You want to go?
Oh, Abdul.
And a win, did we?
They didn't even win.
No, listen. Jamie, you always give him a pass. Jason a pass.
I know, mate.
Because they keep losing as well.
Well, listen, you deserve it, man. Come on, man. Just go to a Chelsea fan. You should get it as well.
Don't worry. Do you know what? Next time anyone say Man United get beat, Abdul, you're getting thrown in. All right?
No.
You're getting thrown in, Abdul. Write that down. Shall we write Abdul down, right? We'll get that. Don't worry. Who you got the weekend? Who are you losing to at the weekend?
We'll play Crystal Palace.
Who you got the weekend?
Palace.
Oh, well, come on, Palace. Where is it? Away?
Up the Eagles.
Oh, God. Yeah, seriously, on the Rashford situation, listen, I think he said by himself he wants to go. So I think he should go. You understand? I think the problem with Rashford is two situations. Number one, the people around him, I don't think they advise him properly. And secondly, his attitude. I don't think he is hardworking enough. And the coach is saying it from day one. You know, he mentioned the fact that he's looking at every single detail. And clearly, I think Marcus Rashford is checked out and he doesn't want to be there anymore. I think for all parties, I think it's best he leaves. He's a good player. Listen, I mean, he scored 30 goals 2 seasons ago. Yeah. He's a good player, but at the end of the day, United need players that are willing to fight for the badge because the table doesn't lie. We're not doing well. And you look at the sides that are doing well this season, for example, Bournemouth, Brighton. These are hard-working teams. United need hard-working players that want to play for the badge, that want to be there. So if Rashford doesn't want to be there, I think he's best for all parties.
I agree with you, but the problem you've got now is one thing going on loan in January, trying to get him out of that contract in the summer. You know, there are very few clubs in world football that can afford to pay him anywhere near that.
Ain't happening unless he goes to Saudi Arabia.
Well,
but I don't think he's going to do that yet. It's not at that level. That's
not the answer either.
And honestly, if I'm being very honest, I don't think we should let him go, because I think I called you guys at the start of the season and I told you that you look at United's attacking line compared to the likes of Liverpool, Arsenal, Chelsea. It's not good enough.
Well, Rashford's still your best. Rashford's still your best attacker.
That's my point. I don't think we have enough firepower up front, and we're not scoring a lot of goals. I think our goal difference is -5, -4. We don't score a lot of goals.
Are we still giving Højlund a pass? You know, is that still happening?
Oh, he had a bad game against Fulham.
No, mate, he's awful.
Terrible game.
He's awful.
I
remember, Lukaku used to get booed off the pitch. I used to hate him. He scored every week.
Yeah. I'll tell you what, when Van Nistelrooy got the job as assistant manager, I was so happy because I was thinking, yes, finally, someone that can help Højlund, improve as a player.
He's only been there 10 minutes, but
Yeah, because I think he's good. He's a good player. I think the qualities in his game that, I think he's pacey. I think he has a good finish on him, but he doesn't know how to hold the ball up, for example.
His hold-up play.
It's very bad. Yeah. I think he would rather fight with the defender than actually hold the ball up. And the way we play with three at the back, sometimes you need your striker to hold the ball up so that the other 10 can get into play. So I think he needs a bit of time. And I think we also need another striker just to provide a bit of competition for him. Because he's playing more than he should. That's our problem, United. Young players, Garnacho, Ahmad, Højlund, mainly. We shouldn't be letting these players play week in, week out, because Paul, growing up as a young player, is being on the bench, fighting for your place. You should go into every game knowing that I'm going to start. You're going to start your development. So I think...
Abdul, listen...
Do one. Do one. Yeah. All right.
See you later.
I love you, mate.
You're getting it next time, Abdul. Don't worry about it,
I
mate.
might get it, next week.
Yeah.
Let's go to Najari. He's a Man United fan. Najari?
Najari?
Oh, you're right, lads. Good evening.
Hello, mate. How are you? Good?
It's a lovely, strong
Yeah,
voice.
I'm all good.
It's a good voice.
Nice, strong, clear line. Nice, strong voice.
Like a radio voice, isn't
Yeah,
it?
he has. Yeah. Say
On
something.
the second time back on.
Say
But
something.
yeah,
Say something you'd say to a lady on a night out. What'd you say?
No, let's get on about Rashford. That's what I'm on about. 'Cause I'm sick to death, to be fair. I'm sick to death of Emery slagging him out every time he gets a chance. 1 minute he's saying he's going to protect his players, and then the next he's starting, rather have his goalkeeper coach on the bench. You know what I mean? I've been watching Rashford at Old Trafford for 8 years, and someone that's come in 8 weeks ago is telling me he's not working hard enough. I'm just not buying it.
Do you know what? It was a very strange decision for him to come out and say what he said, because you're just devaluing an asset. That's all you're doing. Devaluing an asset.
You're trying to get rid of him.
Yeah, it's a very strange thing.
You're trying to get rid of him, but you're going about it the wrong way.
Yeah, I thought that was
Literally.
You know, I just don't understand how this ever works out for Man United.
No.
And we'll just come back in the summer, and then we're still going to have the same issue.
You end up letting him go for nothing. Like you've done with so many players.
I don't think you can even give him away now. You can't give him away because of the contract. Even if they said no
I'm going to say
fee.
a crazy statement. I reckon he lasts longer than Emery.
Oh, wow. Well,
I don't think Amarim's going to be getting sacked anytime soon, do you?
no.
No, I don't think Rashford's going to leave anytime soon. He's on $350 a week. You're not just going to give that up, are you?
No, you're not. It's a toughie, mate. There's no logical.
Would you bring
Rashford
Rashford back in, Najari? Would you bring him back into the squad?
I'm bringing him back in. I said I don't trust him. I'm a season ticket holder. And if it wasn't for Ahmed stepping up this season, mate, honest to God, I don't know where we would be. I honestly don't know.
Rashford played in his first game, didn't he? He scored after like 2 minutes.
Scored 3 goals in 5. I think.
Something's happened, and he's just
I've got a theory on
not
this.
giving
Right?
it up.
I think that this is coming from Ratcliffe. I think that what he is trying to... He's cutting costs all over the
highest
club.
earners,
right?
him and Casemiro, straight out.
The highest earners. I think he's trying to look at that wage bill, look to the contract, thinking he's got to go. And I think it might have come from above. I think they're trying to force him out, not necessarily from Amarim's point of view. I think he may well have said, look, he's not staying at this club. We're going to move him out. He's on too much money. But good luck with that one.
Yeah.
Well, and then you're expecting Marcus Rashford to run around in training after the owner's trying to get rid of him.
And that's why I'm disappointed in Emery, because I'm expecting him to come and be strong and have his imprint and stuff, and to just let the board control what you do. It's just disappointing, really.
It is a tricky one. Najari, thanks for your call. Keep them coming in. You want to have your say on Marcus Rashford? 03717 22 33 44. What are you pointing at?
Barcelona or bust for Rashford, it says on the back page of the Mail. We'll go for that a little bit later on. So sounds like he may well be heading out to Spain.
The Sports Bar with Jamie O'Hara and Jason Cundy. Monday to Thursday nights from 10 on AM, on DAB, via the talkSPORT app and on your smart speaker. talkSPORT.